Hey guys, Midget here doing a video in a different spot today. I kind of like this spot. It's a little crammed, but we have a nice back here. That it's white, so it's easier to see what I'm showing. So the gun that I'm doing the video on is a KJW 1911. Now, I'm not sure exactly what model this is. I would say it's the Tanya Koba, because that's what grips it has on here. But it is a high kappa, but it has more of a single stack 1911 slide. So I like that combination, because with the double stack magazine, you have 1, more gas, 2, more BBs. But I really like the original single stack slide. And this gets best of both worlds, basically. So the magazine, this is a WE magazine. This is not what you will get. You will probably get a CO2 magazine. I think there's a package where you can get a CO2 mag and a green gas mag. But the owner of this gun, which this is not mine, it's a team member's. He just bought it off of another team member, and it was super dirty. The guy thought the mag was broken, but it wasn't. I lubed the mag up, and we put 2 CO2 cans through the CO2 mag, and it worked perfectly. So, he's going to buy one of these magazines for my brother. This exact one, probably. WE for probably 25 bucks for this. You might be saying, wow, that's way too much. These base plates are like 20 themselves, so yeah, he's getting a good deal. He's also going to buy a propane adapter and some propane, and I told him to order, next time we have an evac order, he's going to get propane adapter and lubricant. And I cleaned this gun, and now it cycles smoothly. The only complaint about this gun, the only one, is that right here, sometimes the slide will jam back because this hammer hits the back of the slide. I doubt that this will happen when you buy the gun new, and you just push down the hammer and it goes forward. But if you rack it any direction, it does not do that. These guns retail for $110, I think. This is like the best clone of Tokyo Marie's. This thing is so accurate. It has had about 10 CO2 cans through it, so it's it's fairly new, but it is 2 years old with only 10 CO2 cans through it. So it looks in good condition. There's scratches from a holster. So the guy on my team bought it for 80 bucks with a Serpa. I think it's a Serpa. It's a hard case holster that fits the 1911 fine. And it has like the rig where it goes on your belt. So he's going to have that. And he has this, and he has a mag. He's pretty much all set. The CO2 mag, he has 10 CO2 cans he already had on hand from one of his old guns, old CO2 pistols that was broken. But he, like I say, he's going to buy a propane mag, a propane adapter, and some lube. I've recommended that more than getting another CO2 mag, but I think he said something about wanting to get another CO2 mag. So I think he's undecisive, but honestly, he really doesn't need a new mag for this until this breaks, his mag, because he's fairly new to airsoft. This is his second pistol. His old one was a CO2 non-blowback, so this is his first blowback pistol. I told him, honestly, you don't need an extra mag. His rig that he has like a crappy chest rig. It's not too crappy, but I honestly don't like it. But he has enough room to put an extra mag, but I'm worried that he's going to drop it and lose it. So honestly, I told him, just keep your one CO2 mag. What he needs right now is he has a Galil, but he really wants a lighter gun, and I told him save up and get something like a VFC MP7, because he was talking about getting a gas gun. VFC MP7s, or something smaller like that, maybe a WE MP5. So I'm gonna he's gonna get something like that, or maybe a lighter electric gun. We're not sure yet. He has his Galil. He also has a Cybergun SIG, which the receiver's all cracked. I glued the receiver for him, but since the receiver has a gap where the glue is, the hop-up unit doesn't sit back as far, so the hop is basically non-existent, so it fires. I sighted in with this red dot that he still has on it, and I sighted it in for 100 feet, and that's the best I could do. So it's not a very good gun. It's more of a lob BB gun, even though the gun is long. It's heavy. That one's just more of a plinker in his backyard, because if he fields it, the glue is probably going to break again. So he uses his Galil. He has 3 batteries for his Galil. But he really wants to get a smaller gun, so we might end up trying to sell the Galil with all his crap for like 200, and then he's going to get, you know, with 200 bucks, he won't be able to buy a VFC MP7, I don't think. But I did recommend to him maybe getting a Light Force PDW. I want to get one of those. They're VFC made. I'm not sure how much they are. I think they're like $250. But I want one. That's what I'm going to get soon. So he wants something light, like I said. But my brother's probably going to talk him towards AEG, which honestly, since he is a noob, AEG is probably the best for him to go. Now, this gun has a metal slide release, metal hammer, metal safety, right here, metal beaver tail safety, plastic pistol grip, but the lower frame is metal. It's weird how this thing works. It's metal until it gets to this seam right here, and then the trigger guard and all the way down here is plastic. It's really weird. I actually kind of like it. I don't think he's going to get a flashlight for this or anything. You know, like I said, he's not going to use this very often. The FPS on this is with the CO2 magnet chronoed at 320 feet per second with .2s. My Light Force 1911 shoots 310 with .25s, so this doesn't shoot as hard, but still CQB legal. If we might go and play CQB, and I told him this is what you're going to have to use. I said I'll fix it up. It'll cycle every time you pull the trigger. And it's accurate, but this is what he's going to have to use for CQB. And I told him for CQB you'll need to use another mag, but my brother has 6 propane high kappa mags, so he can use at least one. On top of the CO2 one. It has white sights, which are awesome. I like these sights. The safety on this side is a little bit jank. It's a little bit loose, but it's not a big deal. Probably tighten it down somehow. Probably could take it out completely. Tanya Koba grips. Let's look at the internals. And as you can see, there's hardly any wear on this. It's really just on the back portion right here. Sanded down that to be a little bit smoother. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot of wear on this. Tokyo Marui compatible. So, if anything breaks internally, let's say your hammer snaps, something breaks internally in here, I told him to just, like, get a whole new WE lower, because WE makes cheap lowers for these. You can buy separate whole lowers. I just told him the lower is probably the best you're going to do on buy a WE. I think 40 bucks for just a lower with no mag. Maybe it comes with a mag. I don't know. But I just told him probably go WE route when this thing breaks, because I don't think Tokyo Marui makes just a lower like this. So WE would probably suit him. This is better quality than a WE. It's around the same price point. Actually, this is about 30 bucks more. But honestly, the quality on this, the quality control is much better. So yeah, let's take a look at the upper slide. Tokyo Marui style hop-up unit. We have it 2 clicks up with .2s. It's shooting dead on, so you could use .23 or .3s. And get this thing hopping straight. So, I'll probably recommend to him to shoot .25s out of this, but for now, he just runs 2s in all of his guns. So I sighted in for 2s. It shoots a little high with 2s at 60 feet, which that's what I was shooting at. So he probably has 150 feet range out of this, no joke, without lobbing BBs. These things shoot far. Like I said, only 10 CO2 cans out of it, so basically, it's it's sort of like new, so that's probably why he's not having any hop-up issues yet. Like I told him, probably buy a WE slide. I think a WE single stack slide would fit on this. Because I don't know if WE makes any of these where it's like a single stack slide and or double stack frame. I think they do. Maybe they do. But anyways, I told him to probably go the WE route just because it's cheaper and he's not going to need something that's going to last super long. Like I said, this is probably going to last him another year without having any issues, and then he'll probably have something break down. The recoil is nice, the sound is nice, has good kick, good FPS, and it has the red plastic nozzle. You won't have any issues with these breaking. I've never seen anyone break a Tokyo Marui style nozzle. I've only seen KWA ones break. Sorry. So if you have any issue with the nozzle, I would just go buy a KJW nozzle. They're probably $5-10. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching.